Ladies and gentlemen, notes from your soldier's notebook. Major General Russell B. Reynolds, Commanding General of the Sixth Service Command, presents a series of programs for you about your soldiers, at home and abroad, on the ground and in the air, in every general hospital. Here are their innermost thoughts. Today, our notebook is turned to page 12, where we find an important message directly from General Eisenhower, and a musical message from our favorite songster, Corporal Buddy Clark, enhanced by the music of the 344th Army Service Forces Band, under the direction of Sergeant Carmen Dello. Sergeant Dello and the band start off with The Song Is You from Jerome Kern's operetta, Music in the Air. Thank you, Carmen. Say, Buddy, what are you offering today?
Well, Boris, it's a new song by my friend Duke Ellington. I didn't know about you. my own little crowd. The usual laughs, not often but loud. And in the world that I knew, I didn't know about you. Chasing after the ring on the merry-go-round, just taking my fun where it could be found. And yet what else could I do? I didn't know about you. Darling, now I know I had the loneliest yesterday. Every day in your arms, I know, for once in my life, I'm living. Had a good time every time I went out. Romance was a thing I kidded about. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you. Had a good time every time I went out. Romance was a thing I always kidded about. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you.
And now for our guest today, it is my pleasure to introduce Private First Class Virgil O. Barnes, one of the 27 men sent back from the combat lines by General Eisenhower to tell us on the home front the increasing need for more guns, ammunition, and equipment on the fighting front. Virgil, what outfit were you with in Germany?
9th Division, the 39th Infantry.
I see that's with the 1st Armory, isn't it?
Right, Sergeant.
I noticed that besides your campaign ribbons with 6 combat stars, the combat infantry badge, and a unit citation, that you're wearing the Bronze Star Medal. Would you mind telling us how you got it, Virgil?
Well, I can, Sergeant. On a Sunday morning, about the saddest Sunday morning I ever spent, we moved up in a position, and before we had time to unload our ammunition, or dig in, or anything, the Germans started shelling us. But we had 17 casualties out of 40 men. And the Jeep that our ammunition was on for that day, it caught on fire. Well, me and 2 of my friends, we unloaded that ammunition. One of those boys got burned to death doing that.
I see. You mean your ammunition was so important and so necessary that you had to unload this burning Jeep to get it?
Yes, to try to save our lives.
I see. And you received the Bronze Star Medal for saving the ammunition on that Jeep?
Yes.
Tell me, when did you first know that you were selected as one of General Eisenhower's emissaries to return to the States, Virgil?
Well, it was on the afternoon about 6 o'clock. A runner came up to my foxhole, and he tapped me on the shoulder and told me to go back and speak to the captain.
I see. And what did the captain say to you? What happened back there?
Well, he had 12 boys that left the States with me up there with him,
I see.
and myself made 13.
Uh-huh.
Well, he had some food in a mess kit, and he handed it to me, and he says, Barnes, you going home. And it was such a shock to me until I just give it right back to him.
You mean you gave the mess kit back to the captain?
Yes. That's something a private hardly ever do, and get away with it. But I did that time, though.
Well, what did you do after that?
Well, I went on back up to the position, and I pushed back 2 foot of snow. My friend went with me that had been with me so long. And he cried the whole night to know that somebody was going back home. He was so happy.
I see. Well, I don't suppose you did much crying, did you?
Well, I felt bad to leave him.
Yes, I can imagine you did. Where did you go then?
Well, I went on back the next morning and got on a Jeep. My friend went with me, and I'll never forget the words he says. He said, tell the people of America to try to send us some ammunition, but we won't have to be rationed.
I see. And then where did you go? Did you go directly to the States, or did you...
Oh, we went back to Paris to speak to General Eisenhower.
I see.
Yeah.
And, will you describe what took place in General Eisenhower's office when you went in to see him?
Yes, he was standing at the door just as we walked in. And just as we walked by him, he shook our hands.
Uh-huh.
And, after we'd all got in and he shook our hands, he sat down on his desk and put his foot on his chair, and he, lit a cigarette and just threw the match right over in the floor.
I see, and spoke to you sort of man to man, is that right?
That's right, man to man.
What did he say, Virgil?
He told us to go back and tell the people of America just what we needed, that we'd been up there and we'd suffered for it, and to tell them how it feels to be rationed on ammunition.
I see. And facing the Germans with rationed ammunition, I don't suppose is very much fun, is it?
It's a bad feeling to be up there and have to fight somebody and be rationed on it.
I should say it is. Well, thank you very much for being with us today, Virgil. And I'm sure everyone listening in that isn't now working in an essential war job will go to his nearest United States Employment Service office and find out where he can be of greatest service to help the men like you and our men on all the fighting fronts bring this war to a successful conclusion.
Listening to Notes from Your Soldier's Notebook, brought to you each week by the Sixth Service Command and this station. Remember, if you are now in essential war work, stick on the job. If not, go to your nearest United States employment office and apply for your war job right now. Your announcer is Sergeant Boris Aflock.